Yehovah Eloheinu Svaod. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Please fill me and lead me with the Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name. Amen. We'll start with the Shema. Listen and obey. Children of Yehovah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts in mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Hand, behold, nail, behold. Joshua chapter 19. The second lot came out from Shimon, from the tribe of the descendants of Shimon, descendants of Yehuda, according to their families. Their inheritance was inside the inheritance of the descendants of Yehuda, for their inheritance have had Beersheba, Shiva, Moladah, Hetzar, Shual, Bala, Etzim, El Talot, Batul, Hormah, Zilag, Beet Hakarvot, Hatzar, Susa, Beet Lavot, and Shirachon. 13 cities, together with their villages. Ain, Ramon, Eter, and Ashan. 4 cities, together with their villages, and all the villages surrounding these cities as far as Baalat, Be'er, Ramah, and the Negev. This is the inheritance of the tribe, the descendants of Shimon, according to their families. The inheritance of the descendants of Shimon was taken out of the allotment for the descendants of Yehuda because of the portion given to the descendants of Yehuda was too much for them. So the descendants of Shimon had an inheritance inside the descendants of Yehuda. The third lot came up from the descendants of Zebulun, according to their families. The border of their inheritance began at Sered. Then their border went up westward to Morlah, extended to Debeshet, and on to the valley fronting Yokneam. Also from Sarid, it turned toward the sunrise to the east of the border of Kislot Tavor, went on to Darat, and up to Yaphia. From there it passed eastward to Gat Hefer, on to Et Katzin, went out to Ramon, and reached to Neah. Then the border turned on the north side of Hanatan, ending in the Yephachel Valley. Also Katat, Nahalal, Shamron, Yedalah, and Beit Lechem, 12 cities, together with their villages. This is the inheritance of the descendants of Zebulun, according to their families, these cities with their villages. The fourth lot came out for Yisachar, for the descendants of Yisachar, according to their families. Their territory included Yezreel, Kislot, Shenem, Hephraim, Shion, Anacharat, Yabit, Kishon, Evetz, Remet, In Ganim, In Hedah, and Beet Patzez. Their territory extended to Tavor, Shachazimyah, and Beet Shemesh, and their territory ended at the Yarden. 16 cities together with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the descendants of Issachar, according to their families, the cities with their villages. The fifth lot came out of the tribe of the descendants of Asher, according to their families. Their territory included Helkat, Hali, Beten, Achshaph, Elamech, Amad, and Mishal. It extended to the Carmel on the west and to Shikor, Libnat. The border turned eastward to Beet Dagan, reached to Zebulun, and Yephachet Valley on its north, and the Beet Emech and Neael went out to Kavul on the left. Then Evron, Rehov, Haman, Kana, and the greater Zidon. The border turned toward Ramah, and the fortified city of Zor. Next to the border turned to Hosa, and it ended at the sea of Havel to Achziv. Also extended were Umah, Ephech, Rehov, 20 cities together with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe, the descendants of Asher, according to their families, these cities with their villages. The sixth lot came out for the descendants of Naphtali, according to their families. Their border went from Heleph and the oak of Za'anamim, and included Adami, Nakiv, and Yavniel, went out to the Lukum and ended in the Yarden. Westward, the border turned to Aznat Tavor and went out from there to Hachuch, reaching to Zebulun on the south, Asher on the west, and Yehuda at the Yarden toward the east. The fortified cities were Zidim, Dzir, Hamat, Rachat, Kaneret, Adamah, Ramah, Hatzor, Kadesh, Adirai, In Hadzor, Yiron, Migdal, Horam, Beat Anat, and Beat Shemesh, 19 cities together with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe, the descendants of Naphtali, according to their families, the cities with their villages. The seventh lot came out of the tribe of the descendants of Dan, according to their families. The territory of their inheritance included Zorah, Ashtaol, Ir Shemesh, Sha'alabin, Ailon, Yitlah, Elon, Timnah, Echron, Elche, Gibton, Baalat, Yehud, Bni, Barach, Gat Rimon, Yarkon Springs, and Rakan, with the borders fronting Yaphol. The territories of the descendants of Dan was too small for them, so the descendants of Dan went up and fought against Leshem, captured it, defeated it by the sword, took possession of it, and lived there, calling Leshem Dan, after Dan their ancestor. This is the inheritance of the tribe, the descendants of Dan, according to their families, these cities with their villages. When they had finished distributing the land for inheritance according to its borders, the people of Israel gave an inheritance within their territory to Yehoshua the son of Nun. According to Yehovah's order, they gave him the city he had asked for, Timnat Serach, in the hills of Ephraim. So he built up the city and lived in it. These are the inheritances which Eleazar the Kohen, Yehoshua the son of Nun, and the leaders of the ancestral clan of the tribes of the people of Israel distributed for inheritance by lot in Shiloh before Yehovah at the door of the tent of meeting. Thus they finished dividing up the land. How can we learn to love our Creator after reading this interesting 19th chapter of Joshua, dividing up the land? We can trust that Yehovah is preparing our inheritance that we will have in His timing. Trust that the land of Israel was given to the 12 tribes of Israel by God. Trust in the orders of Yehovah and obey them. How can we love others? As Yeshua loves us, we can encourage others to put their full trust in Yehovah for all of their needs and desires. Bear one another's burdens, we can trust wholeheartedly in Yehovah as King of kings and Lord of lords. Produce spiritual fruit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, and self-control. We'll end this Friday night Shabbat with the Arianic blessing using the name. Yehovah will kneel before you presenting gifts, and He will guard you with the hedge of protection. Yehovah will illuminate the wholeness of His being toward you, bringing order, and He will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehovah will lift up the wholeness of His being and look upon you and will set in place all you need to be whole and complete. Shabbat Shalom.